eventually, like just the way that his kit works, that armor penetration and everything else can really help the Paquito. It complements it very well. And I think that's something that could work wonders for Vendetta in the early game, especially again going up to what they have. And then, you know, with Yuna on the carry, it allows you to have that kind of potential to shred these tanks down mid to late game if you're
on the side onto Vendetta if they really want to be successful here.
Yeah, what I would have loved to see is Hoon, instead of taking Mystery Shop, I would love to see like Magic Worship. We've seen some Faramis's do that, and it actually ends up working well to provide a little bit of that extra magic damage early poke. But you know, Mystery Shop is great too because it allows you to itemize quicker, I guess. But I still feel like they will lack a little bit of that damage early on. But if they can just secure those objectives with using this Ballman specifically, you know, Mobazane will actually be able to just allow the team to play a little more safe and then profit in the mid to late game. I think that's something that they could definitely do too. And also, this is it's different, right? Not seeing a Irithyll have sprint, instead taking the Purifying, which is obviously viable because you're playing against an Atlas. It's something that a lot of people aren't used to seeing because she just works so well with the sprint built in to her kit, that Electro Flash. So a little bit on the safer side, I feel like, for the Valley here. They go back to kind of an objective focused game, as we just saw them grab that first turtle pretty much cleanly. And right now, just farming up, you know, playing as safe as possible. The goal here is to really just try to get to that mid-game power spike, especially for basic. It will take a little bit longer. I feel like carry can get there kind of sooner. So at some point within the next few minutes, we're going to see Vendetta looking for those sets, looking forward to actually press the issue on the Valley.
Yeah, and the interesting thing here is too, especially Hoon, he's gonna have to be very careful about those Shadow Stampedes. So you see a little bit of a I'm offended here. I'm the Yuri. He does take damage from that tower. Mobazane here competing against two members for that Litho Wanderer, but gets pulled a very lackadaisical, we do see a lethal counter come up, but then gets pulled by Theo with that fatal link. So a great play by them, and I'm not sure what Mobazane was looking for there. Unfortunately, did not find it. You see Hoon coming in with that Cult Altar. He is by himself there, unfortunately, is going to be taken out by Pogi, and man, already 1 and 2 for the side of Vendetta.
Yeah, and off camera, you know, Fried Chicken able to get the kill there on Yuri. Yuri actually survived for quite some time, but there goes Pogi on the bottom side. You're going to focus there, trying to get the kill on Fried Chicken. 2 members still going, so they're not able to get that. Also, cross-map play on the top side, can't convert into anything yet. Either. So again, you know, the past minute, yeah, Mobazane a little bit question mark there. You know, what was he really trying to accomplish? Gets fatal linked into the turret. That's a feels bad. And at the same time, again, you just need to scale into this mid game, right? Scale into it, continue to focus on the objectives. That's the best case scenario for them. But like I said, Vendetta, man, they do have a Vendetta, and they want to go ahead and force these situations, these uncomfortable situations for the Valley, which is exactly what we're going to see Theo do here proactively on this Atlas pick. So Fried Chicken does go down the bottom side.
Yeah, but Mobazane able to kind of answer that back, but all the while, Pogi and the rest of Vendetta able to kind of zone out the rest of the Valley, pick up that turtle. Oh, nice wild charge does latch on to Yuna, who is in trouble, is going to get taken down here by Basic, so they are able to answer it up and tie up the game here. And this is tied, everything from kills to gold, right back at Vendetta as they are starting to get more gold from Basic on this top turret.
Yeah, Poggy though. Okay, you can't actually get the kill there. I was, yeah, thinking he'd be able to actually get that kill as low as he is. I mean, even looking at the items, we're gonna
save Mobazane there, but at the top, you see the damage and the tower going down for Vendetta. So, I mean, able to answer it back. It is 3-4 in favor of Vendetta, and both teams trading their first tower.
See, I feel like this one, Private's more calculated by both teams, right? But right into the bush they go.
Yeah, you see that wild charge just pop them up, and then that Shadow Stampede pulling them, dropping them low, but not able to capitalize on what we were talking about earlier. They kind of lack a little bit of damage, especially in this early game, to be able to capitalize on there. Starting to try to put the pressure onto this. Their macro is top right now, opening it up for Mobazane to go ahead and start on this turtle. So, I mean, a great job by the Valley right now. Is going to be able to find that opening to get there, but a little bit, I was about to say an engagement there, but Theo thought twice about it, backing off there.
Yeah, again, going back to my point, this one feels very calculated by both teams, right? Very objective based, not so much looking for fights, because the Valley knows that they are lacking some damage for now. You see Vendetta sometimes really trying to force those skirmishes or those fights, but it usually just ultimately ends up in dispersion, right? Disengage, basically. Right now, though, Yuri going to be the focus here. Here comes Shiki.
Oh yeah, another Cult Altar by Shiki to go ahead and top him off. Cult Altar on the side of the Valley there. Wild Charge does pop them up. Shiki in a little bit of trouble, does get taken out there. Yuri follows closely behind, and now Theo trying to disengage. Not sure if he's gonna be able to get it. Wall is gonna cut him off, but is gonna be able to use that to get away is Theo right now. In a great position are the Valley, able to pick up 2 kills there.
So going... I mean, that's the thing, right? If the Valley is finding picks here and there, that's actually great for them, because I mean, this early on, it should be Vendetta that's finding those early kills, those skirmishes that are in their favor. But at this point, you know, they've given up some key objectives that they really haven't been able to contest. That's why that first Lord of the game is going to be so kind of crucial for them. You can see already Shiki trying to get that Cult Altar as he does set up for it, because in 30 seconds, it's going to be up here. Now, the question is, are they in position itemization-wise, damage department-wise, to actually contest it? Because, again, Mobazane, he's just been free farming, right? He's been in free farm mode. He's quite tanky himself, and they're going to be looking to assert that position in that Lord pit, forcing Vendetta actually to pull the trigger here, which, again, they could, because that's what Theo's job is, right? He is the one. He does have that flicker available, so we could expect a flicker fatal link combo. The downside is Theo's not that tanky yet himself, right? That's one of the things about Atlas is you have an amazing set potential, but at the same time, if the damage is there from the other team, you're kind of going to get melted in the process, right? So that's why you rely so much on that Cult Altar copy from Shiki, and hopefully you come out on top still alive from there. So as we see them kind of just push and pull between this Lord, we've got also both XP laners pushing on the top side, trying to put some pressure there. And right now, it's just going to be a 4v4 here for the first Lord of the game.
Yeah, and starting to kind of flank around are going to go ahead and start pushing these lanes here, which is interesting. Looks like both teams are kind of baiting it out, looking who's going to draw it in. Balmond is picking up a decent amount of damage from Pogi there. Theo not able to find the stun onto them, is going to go ahead and back off, and they know that they're in this bush waiting to kind of find a good position, and it looks like both of them are going to go ahead and reset on the map. Oh, but it looks like we're already going to go ahead and start on here. We do see the Cult Altar already wasted by Hoon, so this is going to be a little bit of trouble here as we start this Lord. Is this a fight you really want? You don't have the Cult Altar anymore. You are a player down, so it's essentially a 4v5, and they have a Cult Altar of their own right now. So it's going to be very interesting. We do see the pop up there. Cult Altar has been wasted, right, or has been used right now. Super Shark coming in here right now, trying to put on the damage. We see this Lord is down to about 25% health. Super Shark able to pick up the kill onto Theo right now. Pogi picks up this first Lord, but it looks like the rest of Vendetta is on the run, and Mobazane and them not able to go ahead and pick up those kills. But at the bottom here, you see Yuna getting taken out as well. Kind of shades of last game when the Valley was picking up these Lords, but losing 2 or 3 players in those skirmishes.
Yeah, and they still got Yuri down there. So I'm not sure why he stayed there. You know, he should have tried to disengage, but you know, they lose a couple members. Yeah, like you mentioned, they grabbed the Lord, but at what cost, right? I mean, it's great to get it, but it's just going to be taken care of. It is only a normal one. They're going to lose turret after turret here. So right now, Vendetta backs against the wall. There's the 2K gold lead as well for the Valley. And so now they have this small momentum, and Basic is sitting pretty on 3-0-2, right? And he doesn't have to do too much, honestly, because right now, whether it's Hoon or it's Fried Chicken or Shark, they're finding actually the angles they need to find the setups, right? That's what the Valley is doing. And at the same time, even when they took out Hoon before that fight, it still ended up working out in their favor. Like Hoon got back in time and helped turn that tide, right? Because as you saw, Theo took a ton of damage before the light fight. And yes, Poggy has it too, as he goes for Mobazane.
Yeah, Mobazane gonna be taken out here. Fly Chicken gonna expend that flicker to get away from the other fight. But yeah, exactly what I was saying. Oh, Theo in trouble. Wild Charge, just a bamboozlement into that bush and getting taken out there. Does a Theo. They are still continuing the press on here. Super Shark putting on the pressure on Tashiki as you see this middle lane being pushed in right now, and they are gonna go ahead, reset on the map. Still 74 seconds left on this Lord though, and the problem is that it almost kind of is a false sense of security when you take out Hoon and think you have the advantage. I even got duped out because I was like, it's a 4v5. No, it's not, because Hoon, the passive on that Faramis means that he's going to be up right away, still able to come back in and use that Cold Altar. Oh, Shark is in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to have to use that Wild Charge to get away.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Again, going back to Vendetta here specifically, right? They have great damage. They have great toolkits here. I think they just need to buy some more time. They also not only need to buy some more time to let Yuna catch up, because Yuna's been struggling this game. They also need to just not get, misplaced, because that's what's happening. That's what the Valley is doing a great job at. And again, it's allowing just Basic to pretty much free hit, right, on this Irithyll. So that's the tough spot that Vendetta's in. Not only that, but going back to the fact, even when we got a chance to look at the items here, Theo, for some reason, he's taken a ton of damage. So his job is literally to get those Fatal Links off and then hope that his team can profit off it. Because as soon as Theo is gone, you don't have a tank. You have a Cult Altar. That's it, right? So it's a little bit tougher for them when on the other side, the Valley has not only how tanky Mobazane is, but you have Super Shark and Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Mobazane gets caught by the Fatal Links. Does get they make quick work of him, does Vendetta, which means that they do not have a retribution for this next Lord. It is essentially a 5v4 right now. Vendetta in a great position here. Shark biding his time right now. Not sure if they have a plan in mind. You see them coming out. Cold Altar has been activated, but he's still able to pick up that Lord. Cold Altar activated. Isn't going to be enough for the side of Vendetta. They are putting on the damage, are able to take down Basic there, and unfortunately that is 2 down for the side of the Valley, and a Lord going over to their side as well. Still trying to put on the pressure here. They might just want to think about disengaging, thinking about that defense as they reset on the map here. Still going to put on the pressure here. Theo comes in with a nice Fatal Links onto Fried Chicken, who does find an escape almost as Yuri puts on the damage. Down goes Fried Chicken. Still have 2 out of the game right now. Essentially a 3v5 right now. The Valley cannot find an answer. Hoon gets taken out there. Mobazane running for his life is trying to get out of here. Shark trying to slow up and secure this escape for them. And that is going to be a tower up at the top. You see the Luminous Lord is going to go ahead and charge. Make short work of that tower. Starting to come in right now. Mobazane going to go ahead, try to put some damage on ahead of his inhibitor tower, and it might put them in a bad position here. Pogi is hiding in, lying in wait, but the rest of the Vendetta is kind of waiting, and you see that they go ahead and use that Sentinel to get vision there, which lets them know there was nobody else there, and Pogi going ahead and disengaging.
Yeah, so when things get messy, they get messy quick, and that's how I see, like, when pressure is put on the Valley, that's where most of their mistakes come from, right? And a lot of the time, Vendetta is just being more patient, and that's exactly what we see them doing. And that's why what led up to that Lord take was they were patient, waiting in that bush. Theo was able to get the setup on Mobazane, right? Use that Fatal Links, and then eventually snowballed from that to the Lord to finding another Fatal Link under the tier 1 turret, and things just kind of started falling for the Valley. So they've kind of got to recollect here, right? Like slow down, recollect, and then actually just not go kind of haphazardly looking into bushes, right? Face checking, going here and there. Not to say Mobazane face check, but he is quite tanky, right? That's why you have the Ballman. But you don't expect that there's 3 members of Vendetta. Just like now, they're going to be looking to get him again.
Yeah, he does get pulled in with that Fatal Links. Is going to make short work there. Here comes the Wild Charge. Is going to take down Mobazane. So he's caught again. Here comes the... we see that the Cult Altar comes out there. I'm Offended pulls in Theo. They take him down. Another Wild Charge onto Yuri, who's trapped behind the wall. Hoon takes him out as well. So we are starting to move. They do lose Mobazane, but they collect 2 kills of their own. Are not going to be able to make anything else happen with them, as the rest of Vendetta is going to go ahead and disengage. And you are just so correct when it comes to these mistakes, these checks, these kind of getting caught out alone. This is not the team to be making those types of mistakes. Again, we're going to come in here. Pogi is going to go ahead and get that immortality tap and taken down as well. So now we have 3 kills unanswered for the side of Vendetta. Are they going to be able to do anything to kind of stave off this? We have minions coming in here, making short work of this tower. Gets shredded. Here comes the Fatal Links onto Hoon. We have the Cole Altar. Do we? We don't. Hoon gets taken out. Basic trying to run away. It's not going to be enough. A misplaced wall by Shark as he gets taken out as well. It is just Mobazane left. And man, I don't know what he has here. Doesn't look like the rest of Vendetta is going to go ahead and wait or try for this Lord. They're going to go ahead and just push. They have some minions on their side. Hoon is back up. So it is a 2v4. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. You see Hoon coming in, does think twice about trying to protect that. We are down to inhibitors on the side of the Valley. Yuri not able to put the damage on the Mobazane, who is trying. They're going to be able to take down this minion. And I'm not sure how, I mean, you get a tower, but you kind of lose the advantage you had for this Lord, potentially? No, they're shredding that, so. Nice.
They're shredding. I was wondering the same thing. There's the Fatal Links, though. Mobazane.
Yeah, he's in a world of hurt. They just Mobazane is having a large amount of trouble on this Balmon, just getting caught, going in the bushes. That especially against Theo, able to find these Fatal Links and just unanswered by Mobazane, who's just, like I said, kind of out there alone. The rest of his team not in position, not able to get the farm that he's trying to, and now they're going to have to contend with a Luminous Lord here with Mobazane out.
So this is the weird thing, right? I mean, both teams the past couple minutes making, mistakes, both of them. Both junglers getting caught out a little bit. Both teams kind of staying in an area way too long, and then things got turned around. But the way that everything kind of fell into place, it just ended up going in favor for Vendettas as they march in with this Lord. It's going to have to be a great defense coming out from the Valley as the Lord charges up.
Yeah, it's coming in there. It's going to be one more swing on this bottom inhibitor tower is going to go ahead and drop it. The rest of the Vendetta is going to go ahead trying to push in these lanes. And I think that might be it for the side of the Valley. They are going to go ahead and be able to defend this. It's just where do you go from here? And I think it needs to start. If you have an answer, it needs to start with is not going out alone.
Yeah. So. I mean, you said it, right? Don't go alone. You see Vendetta a lot of times trying to just find those bushes where they can plant themselves in, and Theo especially, they already got the Cult Altar out, right? So that's a good resource taken away, but at the same time, there's nothing really up here that they can prioritize other than the base, right? Try to punch down a turret if they can. It's still going to be a while for that Lord to come up here for the game. It was a good thing that Vendetta held on to that bottom inhibitor turret for so long, but here, looking for a setup.
Yeah, they still find Mobazane, who is taking a heap of damage from Yuna on this carry. Oh, he still gets taken out by Yuna as those last bits of auto attacks still find Mobazane, even though he was able to kind of dash out of the way. And now, again, Zane, 1, 6, and 5. This is almost unheard of. Is him almost, I don't want to say the weak link of the team, but he's been getting caught an awful lot for the side of the Valley, which is really kind of setting up these engagements. We do still have minions pushing in here. Looks like the Vendetta, we have a concealed play in here. Atlas not able to find the stun, but you do have minions crashing in here. Fried Chicken is trying to stave it off, trying to be that front line. Hoon coming in, putting on the damage. Theo comes in, finds the Fatal Links, and here comes the Cult Altar. Is it going to be enough as the Wild Charge comes out? Theo gets taken out. Hoon able to take down Poggy. Shiki gets taken down as well. This might be a little bit of trouble. Fried Chicken coming in, looking for that CC onto Yuna, who's still trying to put on the damage. Basic is going to go ahead ahead and take down that immortality up at the top. Yuri and Hoon battling it out, trying to juke. I think Hoon's just trying to kind of keep him busy up here. We have a core push right now by the side of the valley. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to stop this. This is going to be game 2 going over to the valley.
Oh my god, what a series, Private. I had to jump in just to talk about a series there. What a roller coaster ride that was. It's like back and forth. It's like 20 minutes game every game now. And then in the last fight, if Theo actually did not go in that